live. Do a pose real quick. So then here.
Oh, I almost cramped my lat.
No, get the pose for this is for the Instagram picture.
Oh yeah, to take a.
Boom. And then now we can start.
Dude, the lighting in here is pretty great.
It is good, but we don't have the fucking Brazilian flags behind us.
I was looking for a flag in the gym, but it's.
You said FLAG, right?
I'm just.
Dude, okay.
Play it back.
You know what? Let's start over. Before we get into like health and fitness, you cheated on your diet this weekend. Let's talk about that first. Okay. Well, as he shows his abs, that's fucking bullshit. You could still look like that while eating. That's what I was telling Maria. I was like, I felt like I cheated on my diet this weekend. I'm 220 now, by the way.
So is that good?
Does it look? Start at 2:30. Mark. Okay. Thank you. All right. Fuck.
Oh,
Anyway.
I thought this was a trust tree. I'm sorry. Should I?
Thought we were in a circle of trust here.
Circle of trust? Oh, yeah. You look amazing.
Thank you. I was looking for that. I don't have abs to show.
To be fair, it was like, Wim Hof, whatever.
Yeah.
We got to get like pretty much naked. No, you did look a lot slimmer.
I did not like that one. We'll wait till the next seminar, and then I might post some pictures.
Is that why you didn't post those photos? The one where the ice like turned your whole body red and there's like a line above.
Oh, that was the first time. The first one definitely couldn't show those pictures. That was real bad.
Shit, you should just compare. You have the two Wim Hof photos.
Oh, we'll see.
I mean, like how often is a big boy having a swimsuit photo? So you have two from both Wim Hofs. Take advantage of having
We'll
those.
go a year from now. But no, I mean,
220.
I was telling Marie that I ate sushi on one night and like had a beer. I was like, oh, this is my first beer since before New Year's Eve, dude.
That's insane for you because you
Crazy.
enjoy a beer.
Yeah. I mean, it's with a dinner, like one or
Yeah.
two. But, it's still, of course, Trulies and Tito's. That's a different thing. But I was like...
Wait, do you mix them as a mixer or do you chase it?
Ooh.
No, what do you do?
Oh, I was thinking, should I mix Truly with Tito's?
I don't... Well, anyways. So you chase it, right? Like, you take it, drink it, and then you have it on the side.
It's easy to go to events like golfing or an outdoor thing and be like, Trulies are with me.
Yeah.
You're still drinking it because everybody else is having beer.
Got it.
What I mean?
Not together, though.
Or Tito's. Right.
Okay.
Anyway, I did that. The next day I had ramen, and I'm like, I feel like I'm so guilty.
The sodium of sushi and then beer for the wheat bloat, and then you had ramen for more sodium. Yeah.
Woke up even weight on Monday. I was like, that's fucking great.
It hits you later.
Oh yeah, definitely the first workout. Right? But I was like, Mark posted burgers and fries. Like if I did that, I would have been blown up. Like
you
4
do not
pounds.
Understand the extent of how bad.
I want to hear about it.
So we drove up and. I rode up with Joel, Bob, and Andrea, and Joel was driving, so thank you for that. And then we stopped at Portillo's, the Chicago.
On the way up.
On the way
I thought
up.
that was on the way back. It was both times.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I had the Italian beef sandwich,
Yes.
the big beef. It's like a foot long with just it's dipped in gravy, like au, and then
you went
I even
bread.
got a side of cheese,
Yep.
like the nacho cheese stuff. Of course, bread. Then I had onion rings and the whole nine.
I saw a picture of a burger and fries the next day.
And then so when we get up there, the first night we were drinking, playing a lot of games, and because there's 8 or 9 of us in a cabin, and then I was drinking bourbon at the start, but then I even mixed it with like a soda. I haven't had Coke in first, so like like Jack and Coke type stuff. Then it's just when Bob and I talked about it, so when I cheat because I have addictive personality, I go out.
That's what I'm saying. I went back-to-back days like, am I spiraling out of control? Oh shit!
Bob and I had this. We watched the McGregor fight, right?
Yeah.
And then Joel brought wings and things, and there was breadsticks, and then we're like, we'll just eat wings, and then we had one breadstick each, right? Like,
and then it.
Oh my god! I had like 3 that night with like bags of chips and candy bars. I don't even like candy.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like telling Bob, I can see myself like looking outside in, but I can't stop myself.
And you still have abs, you asshole.
So
I'm telling you, I would have gained 4 pounds.
I ate so
5
much
pounds.
snacks and shit just that Friday night, and then the next morning we had like burgers and tater tots, and then
saw that.
Then I had like we went to all these little stores and gift shops and had like candy. I even had a like dairy. Like so on the way back from Portillo's, we had like a cake shake.
Yeah.
So,
Johnny was talking about the shakes and.
So if you guys don't know, Portillo's cake shake, it's a vanilla shake, right? And they put a full slice of chocolate cake and they blend it. So there's chunks of.
I've never been there. I'm so surprised I've never been.
We
to
went
Portillo's.
twice in one trip.
I don't blame you. Oh shit! Excuse me.
So,
but anyway,
so I then
I'm with you though.
I'm back onto the carnivore, right?
Yeah, we'll get into that
right away.
I went to sushi and I went, I'm going to do sashimi salad.
The intent was
no fucking. I was like, maybe I'll have a little bit of rice.
Yeah.
I'll have some rolls with rice because I'm going to share. And I was like, no deep fried fish. I promised myself, like, just don't do it. First roll I get, fucking Baja wrap at Sushi Lounge.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that? It tastes like a fish taco. And I'm like eating it and I'm like, fuck, this is so good, dude.
Yeah.
So good. And I'm drinking nothing yet, alcohol-wise.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't need a beer. I start eating that and I go, oh, fuck, this thing's deep fried. This is a deep fried fish.
And then you're like, it's too late.
It's way too late.
Yeah.
And I went, give me that beer. Give me a deep fried roll. And like it just kept, and it went off the rails, dude. And I went home, knocked out, and then I woke up the next day, slept like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Woke up the next day, it's raining, watching movies and shit. And then my mom's like, you want to go get ramen? And I'm like, fuck yeah, of course I do.
Why not?
And
it's the weekend. It's already over.
Pound my ramen.
Yeah.
And I go, oh my God, I'm fucking spiraling out of control. Can I reset myself Monday? And I did.
Yeah.
But this is what I want to ask you more than anything. Did anything hurt, like your body-wise, from going off the rails more than usual?
No, my allergies started flaring up.
I was gonna say allergies next.
Actually, both my knees started hurting a little bit, and I actually realized that during last 2 days of jiu-jitsu, like the inside knee, which is very common for most people, especially I used to play a lot of basketball, and so I didn't even realize that it could.
But do you feel like just 2 days going in like that, all of a sudden, what the fuck, my knees?
Yeah.
I was sitting there watching movies, and I was like, my fucking wrist hurts, and then I start going down this. Well, you're really busy at work this week adjusting people. Oh, jiu-jitsu.
You take it for granted, right?
The cleans at the gym, and I started going through all that. I'm like, no, fuck that, dude. You broke your diet after like 30, 40 days.
Super inflamed.
Everything's inflamed.
Yeah.
You're dehydrated right now.
Yep.
So I'm like drinking water, and I'm like, fucking wrist is killing me, dude. I'm like, seriously, like, how am I going to get this better before work on Monday feeling?
Yeah.
And then it went away the next day because I cleaned it up.
Yeah, you're not eating
Monday.
more shit.
Allergies went haywire too. Like,
Yep.
my face is itchy from everything. And I'm like, what the fuck? I know it's dry outside, but
No,
more than usual.
Yeah.
And medication, like the sinus med, not working.
No, it doesn't. Once it flares up, you're fucked.
And I was like, it's got to be the diet. And then Johnny came in the other day, and he was like talking about the shake, and he's like, fucking my back hurts and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, you just went snowboarding, you went. He's like, I tried to start carnivore, and then we ended up at Portillo's with a cake shake, and he's like, my fucking back hurts now.
It's. I think it's just you have to make sure that those things are planned. As in, like, when you're going on vacay or it's a weekend that you have.
Go him. You should be able to.
Yeah.
Right. But we dealt with a few consequences for that.
But it's the same. To me, it's like. It's the same thing as drinking, right? Like, when you drink, you know that you're going to be a little foggy, hungover if you drink too much. And the same thing with food. It's like if you plan to go out like we did for two days in Big Bear, I know I'm going to get, like, hammered and eat a bunch of shit.
But our brain puts them in two different categories.
I'm getting better at putting them
Hangover
together.
was fun, but, like, eating, it was worth it at the time. But here
I
am
going... You don't
going,
get buzzed or something, yeah.
Yeah, you don't get the buzz part, so I'm like, oh, it's jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Oh, I was working too hard this week.
True.
That's why my wrist hurts. You know what I mean? I'm like,
you don't want to blame the actual cause. Like, it was the food.
I think it transitions well to, we wanted to talk about community health, which I told you is taken from the federal government.
No, it's not.
We should totally fucking jack it from them anyway.
I don't even know what you're talking about. That's a term I created myself.
Because they have community health centers everywhere, subsidized, and it's fucking bullshit. I mean, it's not, the idea is great for people that can't afford healthcare. It's like, they can go there and get health.
Yeah.
But like what we were talking about, like FixFit, CrossFit, Jiu-Jitsu, Wim Hof, like everything here.
Fitness, everything.
Fitness, health has just become this umbrella term of community health. And this has become, CrossFit Sun has become a hub for it.
It's like, that's where the transition where the name came from. And Andrea helped me, I think I called her one day because it just popped in my head. We're transitioning, right? Because we've been doing CrossFit for 10 years. And the fitness industry, the landscape changes, There's so many different elements of health now.
Right.
Even CrossFit headquarters, they started with their whole brand of forging elite fitness. Like, They're all about elite performance. Our CrossFitters can beat any athlete in the world, bring the Olympians, fittest on earth. And now they're all about health. And it's like a 180, But then for us, it's like, well, what do you determine? Like, let me ask you, what do you think is optimal health?
Mm-hmm.
What pillars do you put under your definition? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
what?
And under that umbrella, what's under that umbrella? For the community health center down the street, it could be, we have dental, and it's super cheap, and we have vision, because those are the things that get you the minimum buy, right? Like, I need glasses, I need fucking teeth cavities, and I need my blood pressure checked.
Yeah.
Like, those are the main ones that you check off. At a gym like this, where you have the freedom to run it however you want, the 3 pillars I think we've formed, or you guys have formed, is definitely mental health.
Yep. Social health, and then physical health.
Physical health, yeah.
So here's the big difference, right? What we realized, because the reason I called it community health, I didn't even think about like actual like medical world and all those little community health centers or whatever. But
they're like bare minimum.
Because the people that we've evolved the program, because we know that like you can only do CrossFit for so long and try to achieve elite performance, right, as an athlete. But after a while, you're really here because of the social element.
Yeah.
Right? And so...
The community aspect.
So there's people that come in, including ourselves, you're having a shitty day, you're stressed at work, and then you're coming with such a bad attitude, and then you leave here like all smiles, and you feel like the monkey's off your back, you know?
Right. And what did you do that day? You could have done jiu-jitsu, a WOD.
Or some people just sit there on the plates and talk to someone. So what?
Some people come go for a run.
Some people came in and just talk to me or talk to their friends, and then they go for a walk and they don't even work out. Mm-hmm. But again, does that mean they're not healthier because they didn't burn calories, or they didn't get stronger or work on their mobility? And It's like, no, we enjoy working out with people here because we got anyone that's been here for even a year plus, like, your lives are greatly impacted by the people around you on a daily basis, and that's social health.
Right. So that's like number one for sure.
In my opinion, yes, because that's what keeps it fun for you to achieve your physical goals. And then now, the big difference compared to any thing that I've seen, that I've experienced, is that the evolution of the fitness industry is about physical only.
Right.
Physical means like you can even have health markers, right? You can be like your cholesterol, your diabetes, there's anything health related, your aesthetics, body fat, performance. That's all physical. Mm-hmm. But no one's targeting or talking about or putting an equal emphasis, if not more, on the social or mental.
Right.
So you go to all these different boot camp places or interval places or any gym, even if you're going to a global gym by yourself and you're hitting hard 2 hours a day, you're getting your performance. Where's the social and mental element of it? There might be some stress relief from the mental side, which is fine too, but for us, it's not the primary objective. I look at it more as like a pie chart, and it's split in equal, the thirds, the parts.
Yeah.
So the physical is just as important as the social. The social is just as important as the mental as physical.
And the mental one's so new,
It's taboo.
Like, we, less than a year ago, did the podcast, and one of the first episodes and most popular episodes was an anxiety episode and panic attacks, and we opened up that discussion. Now we have like multiple groups that talk about it openly, which is totally different for pretty much any community. Yeah. Even coworkers.
If you go to a regular gym that you normally go to, can you message a group of people that would be like, "Hey, I had an anxiety attack today"?
Yeah.
What do you like? It's just like it's crazy to think about because it's so out there.
Right.
This is a gym. I'm coming here to get a pump or a sweat or a burn or whatever you like. So weight loss.
Yeah, and they have that resource group first off. And then the new thing really was my first Wim Hof seminar was in November, but about a month before that, October was like the first Wim Hof?
Yep.
Or September. It was September, I think.
It's somewhere around that.
But still, that's like 3 Wim Hof seminars in.
Yeah.
Probably more coming in the future, and it's like another exploration of like, which we've had Miles on multiple podcasts to talk about, controlling your anxiety with meditation. And now we have meditation groups. It's like, it's nuts, dude. And we're talking to him about expanding, like, we need a meditation class.
Yeah.
We need like groups to like, hey, let's hit a Wim Hof together, and then let's hit a workout after. Let's go to jiu-jitsu right after,
Yeah.
And that's something that nobody fucking is doing, for sure.
And we've evolved it because of our experience, the 10 years of being part of a community, and I think it needs to be addressed or identified because you can get complacent.
Right.
You live in the past of what CrossFit used to be, or your exercise regimen, your fitness goals, what it used to be. But now looking forward, it's like, no, these other elements need to be out on the table, and people need to understand that you have to work at these things.
Right.
And
daily,
and that's why we evolved the program, because like it's not like a lot of people, even for us with FixFit, we're not just dumbing down a movement because you can't do it. We're educating the mechanics on it. So it's actually a pain in the ass to learn, right? Because you're learning a new skill. We don't just take away the snatch. We teach people how to snatch a different way. And what I've read in a recent article, what makes like a CrossFit gym different from a gym that looks like a functional fitness gym is that when a group of people are put together to experience a new challenge, to learn something that's challenging, that's where the community lies. That's where the relationships are built.
That's what jiu-jitsu is about to be.
Right? Because then if you're coming in and it's just like everyone sits on a bike and no one talks to each other and it's the same burnover, like we don't get time to go through that learning curve of building a relationship. Relationships happen through trial and tribulations and shit like that.
Struggle of a certain day where you just show up like, I don't want to be here today, but
let's talk it through. Or I need help with this because I don't get it. I can help you with that because I know that element. Like, so that's part of the mental as well. Because if you're not working towards mastery, that's where I like the mental health. We can say anxiety and all this, but you need to challenge yourself and you need to work on something you can get better at, right?
Yep.
And that's usually involves some sort of high skill thing.
Yeah.
And so that's where the mental component is, because a lot of the fitness industry is all about getting the best workout you can. So what does that mean? Sweat? How much you can
It's
sweat?
about raising up that intensity.
The heart rate burn?
Right, but then what you mean by that, what is your intention behind raising up the intensity? It used to be get the fucking heart rate up, ramp. And then you figured out, like we've talked about multiple times on the show, other episodes, is like you can't just do it's not sustainable.
Yeah.
So if you're ramping it up with the bike versus ramping it up with lat hinges, is what I did last night to cool down, and I'm like fucking 4 sets of 10 to lat hinges. Walked out of here feeling like my lower back's released and I slept good last night from it, or you know what I mean? Like that's still a high intensity without being like I strapped a heart rate monitor to myself and ramped it up to 160, 180 and kept it there. And you know what I mean?
And again, it's
the intention changes.
It's very easy to think that like for mental health, if you can just zone out and get a burn, it's enough. And it's not, because you can't escape the reality of things, right? But because you can't just block it out. That's why Wim Hof's so good. It's a proactive thing versus like, hey, sit there and just meditate. Block out all your problems. Just don't give it emotion. Like, get the fuck out of here. But if you're actually doing something, improving on something, focusing on an activity, that takes you away from it. And if it's a mindless thing, like I'm just pedaling a bike for 45 minutes or whatever, like your mind can still race and run. And
running.
So what did I learn from that, Because then it doesn't pull you in closer, and it doesn't allow you to feel like you've accomplished something.
That's why Bob messaged us in 3 about rolling the other day, that we were just exhausted by the time we got home. And I said, this is what we were just talking about with Fight or Flight, where we showed up and just a small roll with your buddy, who we're not trying to kill each other, still raised our fucking anxiety high enough in the workout for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and we went home like depleted, like I'm sore, I'm tired, I'm sleeping better, and all, you know what I mean? All that checked all those boxes, but no one killed each other, no one got hurt, no one wouldn't even roll like
it didn't feel like a hard class. Yeah. But because of so much details in learning, and it puts you in the fight or flight because you're learning something that's brand new.
Those classes fly by.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
And we wish we had more time, and then you're mentally drained. And that's the goal of hitting a high intensity workout. That's the initial effect you get when you start like a F45, Orange Theory, or CrossFit, because you go in and then you hit it hard, and then you get into that fight or flight because you don't know what to expect.
Right.
So you can only do CrossFit, F45, your own gym routine, spin class, for so many years until it becomes not a threat to your psyche. So like if I walked in, I've been doing the same WODs and movements, and I know exactly what is Fran or Cindy, or if I'm a runner and I've run my 5K so much, like that first 5K was probably scary as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But on your 100th 5K, like you're not getting that same adrenaline dump. You're not getting the same fight or flight response.
Miles will love this.
So you don't get it.
Miles will love this.
You don't get anything from
this. This is why we need to get in the ice bath soon. You know what I mean? Because like we could Wim Hof every fucking day, but I've never had the physical changes as much as in a group. Because it was like louder or whatever it is.
And then the ice bath is looming.
So if we do that ourselves every now and then, it's to challenge ourselves. Like,
for sure.
Fuck, I gotta get in that thing. It's gonna hurt. And
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And then you just do it. And then like everything simmers down after for like a week.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you finally got to experience that adrenaline dump.
Yes.
And you don't get adrenaline.
But with meditation, which is really new for us, really. Yeah. I mean, I know it is for myself. I'm like, this is fucking weird. But there is a couple days in a row where I've done Wim Hof and I've been like, here we go again. I'm like, I don't feel the chemical changes happening. And then all of a sudden, try a different laying position with the different music on. And then, like you were saying today, I did it out in the sun today.
Yeah.
And you get a different response.
Yep.
And it's like all we did was change the environment a little bit. We're doing the same fucking breathing pattern.
Yeah.
Change the environment up, and now we got it.
Because you're not sure what this will net. Like today, I posted in our meditation group, a Wim Hof group. I was like, hey, I was cold and I haven't seen the sun in a little bit, so I did breathing outside in the sun, like without
the
a shirt
opposite
on.
Of the ice bath.
Right. And I was like, who knows? But that little bit of like trial and error, and be like, oh, this feels good, or I don't know how this feels.
The fucking breeze feels amazing.
Right.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's just like that mindset of like, all right, if you're just going to boil it down to fitness and health, right?
Mm-hmm.
And people are trying to find optimal health.
Right.
If you don't have one of those three parts of the pie or the pillars, the physical, social, and mental health, you're always going to fail.
I agree.
Because if you don't have the social element and you're trying to go to the gym by yourself.
Yep.
99% of people can relate. If you're going to the gym by yourself, there's no one to high five your celebrations. There's no one to call to be like, hey, where the fuck are you? Yeah. There's no one to do life with.
Right.
And then even Leo, our professor for jiu-jitsu, is like, you can do 1,000 one-on-ones with me, but I can't even give you a stripe.
Yeah.
Because you're by yourself with the teacher, but you haven't even applied and done this, jiu-jitsu, applied it to a different human, other than, like, a teacher's different.
Yeah, totally.
And so if you don't have the social element, obviously, that's going to be, and there's a TED Talk, and one of the main things, the number one cause or whatever, of, like, people that live longest is social, like, relationships. Mm-hmm. So those with deep relationships, people visiting them maybe at the nursing home, it was a TED Talk where it was like, that was the most important factor to live the longest. Right? And that same applies to just being successful in your fitness journey. It's like we have run groups. You go running every Sunday by yourself, good luck. But if you have a run group, you're probably going to be successful.
Commitment part starts. I can attest to that for sure, because I felt like the two pillars of like social was great. The trying to show up as much as I can would be there or not be there, and it's like up and down. Why is this so fucking up and down? And maybe I need to add jiu-jitsu to my life to change it up. And like nothing was clear there until like November, really.
Yeah.
Wim Hof started coming in every single day,
Yep.
doing that. And when the anxiety's down, things are just more fucking clear.
Yep.
And then it's like, it's easier to go, oh, I just went ham 2 days in a row on my diet. I could reset on Monday, though. Because anxiety's down to be that clear to just go right back on track.
Yeah, because the mental health and social health is there to keep you accountable.
Exactly.
And then the physical is going to be so much easier.
Just restart. It's just, and it was so much easier to get back into it.
If you're mentally fucked, right? You're always stressed out with work, running your own practice, and you're stressed out about, just not working out. And then you're social because you don't have time to. Good luck trying to come in and do jiu-jitsu. It's like it makes everything harder.
Here's a perfect example. Wake up Monday, it's my day off. I have to drive Marie to work because her fucking alternator died on her car.
Yeah.
And she told me like 1,000 times, like, I thank you so much for like driving me. Thank you so much for taking my car to the shop to get it fixed. $400. I'm like, God, this is the worst. And all I kept telling her about at the end of the night was like, do you know how much fucking worse this could have been if your car stalled out at 7 o'clock at night on the side of the freeway? You need a tow truck and all this other shit. But I feel like if the anxiety was ramped up and high,
you would go down that route.
Right.
The rabbit hole.
The rabbit hole starts of like, I just fucked up my whole weekend with
$400. Oh,
$400. Like you just got to work on time.
Yeah,
I luckily had the day off. Like I was like, we're lucky.
You're mentally unstable.
Right.
So then, therefore, anything can trigger it.
The fucking clarity was so easily for me to be like, man, I'm actually grateful that it was on my day off.
Yeah.
I was able to take you to work. The car got handled super quick. $400 is $400. Shit happens.
Yep.
But it didn't include a toe. It didn't include calling in sick to work, and like my whole like angst of like fuck was gone. And it was like, and I got to work out twice on Monday on top of that, versus using that as an excuse to be like, fuck it. Like got to do noon class and jiu-jitsu at night.
That's where
top of all that.
That's where the concept of this community health came from, right? It isn't that I just created it and hope that it works.
Yeah.
It's because of the evidence of the 10 years of this community here. And any success story would usually have the same type of protocol. Like if someone was, really strict on their diet, it's usually because it's a challenge with a couple people or a bet, some stupid bet, Yeah. So it's like you see it play out over and over again. Now we're just identifying what works, and then now we're putting an emphasis on making sure people focus on it. What I also realized too is that when you only focus on the physical, you're going to beat yourself up when you actually made significant improvements on the other two pillars.
Yep.
And Andrew talks about it, like when we had our nutrition group, we have a baby and business to run, all the stress. But she's like, I'm on a maintenance mode. So the physical element, is maybe going down a little, maybe keeping it the same at best. But the other elements are improving. So like you could beat yourself up that like, oh man, I just keep working out and I'm not losing weight.
Exactly.
I just keep working out, but I didn't get my PR. It's like, well, if that's all you were shooting for, you're setting yourself up for failure because it's not a
The other two pillars aren't even fucking there. Not even there.
But think about it long term, right? You want to be healthy and fit for the rest of your life. You think that chart's going to be a straight up for the rest of your life? No, you're going to fucking drop.
You're going to plateau for a while and that gets frustrating even too.
But the shit is from us, we have a lot of people, even myself, like the performance and the physical, aesthetics, the body fat, everything's going downward. But I'm increasing in the other two, so I can't beat myself up. Because without the community, without the relationships, the mental health and the Wim Hof, like all this shit is keeping me sane, happy, optimal.
Yeah, totally.
But my fitness, my physical, is fucked sometimes, because I'm stressed out. I don't sleep well,
All of it.
But then you don't just quit,
Right.
So that's the issue, is that if you don't focus on all three or acknowledge that those other two are just as important, you're not going to stay at any fitness regimen.
And for me personally, it's been a 3-year journey, maybe even fucking longer than that. I mean, 3 years of actually trying at least the physical spot. At least just the physical aspect of like, I'm going to try to go to work out 3 to 4 days a week, right? But then like, I didn't even know that third pillar was needed.
Yeah,
mental
for
health
sure.
part. I always knew like, oh man, I got anxiety. I should probably deal with this with a therapist. I should probably.
Yeah, for sure.
But to see where it's at now, to see like like that little win on Monday for me and being able to share that with people, it fucking feels great.
Yeah.
So it's like, just identify that there are those 3 pillars first. And that's the fucking start of it, really.
Yeah.
And then there are tools in each aspect. But of course, I think a lot of people that listen to this from CrossFit Sun especially will be like, that social part's there.
Yeah.
That physical part is there. I'm there 5 days a week. But you're right. If they're like the 5 days a week, I can't lose weight. 5 days a week, I don't exactly look like how I'm supposed to.
Or I'm not PRing anymore, or I'm not hitting my numbers, or I'm not learning new skill, whatever.
Get out that journal, fucking write down those 3 pillars, and be like, what's fucking valid? Where are you values at?
Yeah, right, it's now? Like I came in with all this, baggage at work, and I was able to talk to X and X and X, and I feel a million times better. They gave me a hug, like. You can't pay for that in therapy. You know what I mean? You can get that shit on a daily, and that's what's.
Or like you said, some people come here and don't even fucking work out. They just wanted to see their friends that day.
Yep.
Hang out after work, lift a little bit of weights, hit some bands, and then they go home and they're like,
but then
I felt fucking great.
Yeah, you get the mental and the physical. You get the mental and the social. Component.
But we always are encouraging the mental illness, the mental component.
Hey, that's you have to.
We're just mentally ill. Yeah. That's the fucking problem. That it's just it becomes a norm. Yeah,
and we're open to talk about it because crippling anxiety is a real.
Well, that's a fucking perfect way to end it and transition to next week, which we're gonna really try hard to get Bob.
Just talk more of the.
It's been a while.
I just want to hear what Bob has to say about life.
Really, Professor Bob would like. I just want to hear what the mental vomit part 3.
Bobby Yoda.
The Bobby. The medium Yoda.
Medium Yoda.
I just want to know what he has to say about these 3 pillars.
He's lost a bunch of weight too.
He has. He's done carnivore, but I would like to remind me, or I'll write it in my notebook that next week I want to bring up those 3 pillars to him and say, what's your experience with that?
And I think what's important to add in with that social pillar in terms of like people longevity in a sport, in a fitness regimen that you like, the social element for you to feel like you had success is like you're gonna work out and train or do whatever you do, but like any sport like jiu-jitsu or even basketball, like a team, right? The social element is that you get a lot from it, fulfillment, and it drives you to try harder and be consistent when you're actually giving back and helping someone else in the gym. And that's kind of why we're putting a big emphasis on it, because a lot of our members, you know, we call them community leaders, or we go off of Steve Farber's teachings, like the greater than yourself approach, like it's a mentorship type of thing. So you can focus on that, work out, but if you're trying to help the new person change their life with health and fitness, it's such an important thing to continue to build on, you know?
Yeah. It's really so just sharing your wins with somebody else.
And like jiu-jitsu is the same way. You're helping the newer, less, you know, the lower ranked belt, and that's how you continue to stay motivated to be a black belt. Why do you think so many people fail? Because they only had the physical, like, I want a blue belt, I want a blue belt, I want a brown belt. And then they hit a wall because they, like, lose the love. But that's the wrong mindset, you know?
Yeah, it's not the lifestyle yet.
But that's the thing, is we're trying to be active forever, right? So you apply this concept, this formula to anything, whether it's basketball or anything you do, and then you have a better chance of, you know, staying with it.
No, I like it, dude. I think it's a good start for... I don't know why we wanted to reset this optimal fitness and health talk, but it's just kind of, I think especially I've hit the reset button in the new year, and I wanted to share that focusing on Wim Hofing every day for meditation, continuing to be at the gym. You know, last week I was at a gym or working out 6 days. I'm like, that's unheard of for me. And then I could have done that in the past, like a year, like 6 months ago. I would have been like, I went 5 days in a row. Next week, 2. Burnt out. You know, so learning how to not burn yourself out is super key.
And you know, bring it all back to the main purpose of this FixFit podcast and looking at the FixFit concepts, looking at everything we've done on Sunday classes. The biggest success is when you tie in the other pillars. Because if you're just doing a fucking piston and your VMOs are firing, you're getting bigger, they're getting bigger, everything's less pain, that's only one aspect. No one's going to stick with the FixFit way of training because you don't have the accountability, you don't have the social connection. When we had the pump posse or the people that are doing Sunday classes or they're doing like FixFit for jiu-jitsu, it's like, that's when it's successful.
That's probably what else sparked it, is that we had that FixFit concept seminar podcast we released last week, and we had a bunch of people message after, like, and all the wins weren't PR numbers. They were just like, I identified this.
Or my arm doesn't hurt when I drink coffee or something like random, you know?
Fucking great stuff like that,
Love
you know? I saw a powerlifter today. She's going to compete in June. Should definitely try to get a workout with her sometime. She's a beast, right? Super apprehensive to go back to conventional deadlifts, so she's just sumoing and whatever. And I just said, all I did was give her like an oblique opener last week, and she's like, comes back and is like, I was sore in my obliques. And I said, which side was harder to fire? She's the left. I'm like, you fucking checked like 2 boxes that take people like a fucking year. So I'm like, you're gonna be fine. You know, I'm like, this is great, and we have till June. Oh my! I was like, you're gonna fucking PR conventional. I'm calling it right now. We should write this fucking down. We'll mark it on this podcast, because I was like, no one gets sore there. No one, but I'm like, you identified it that quick because you're an athlete. You just change your mindset for 1 week. 1 week, all it took. And I'm like, you're further ahead than a lot of people with that. And I'm like, now we build on it. You know, but that was like the FixFit mentality right there.
That's the in terms of that columns or the pillars of the pie, right? It's like, that's the mental health, because our first thing with FixFit is awareness. We can help you identify, show you a video, help you feel that, oh my God, my left lat doesn't hurt. That's probably why my shoulder hurts.
It's like, boom, those
You're
light
not
bulbs.
scared anymore, because when people get a twinge or something in FixFit, I don't know what to do. I got to go to the doctor. I can't work out. I can't move.
And that's what we hate. We fucking hate
that. But that's the missing component. It's like, if you're going to do something that's going to fix you, some sort of accessory drill or whatnot, and you don't understand it, the mental side of it, then you're going to go down rabbit holes.
Just to do it.
You're just going to start taking ibuprofen and get surgery or whatever. And
that's why it was great. I was like, do you do RDLs? Yep. Let me see them. Starts doing them. Do you do single leg? Well, I do this, I don't even know, like one leg back. I called them like a D1. I'm like, okay, you're just doing them just to do them, but here's why you do the RDL. Here's how you do the RDL, and then fucking you see these light bulbs, and I'm like, this is all I need right here.
See, that's the second component. The getting someone to do a physical element for a rehab drill, a PT drill,
they know to do
accessory drill. They just do it.
Right.
But that's only one piece of the pie. That's it.
That's it. But then you go to the next component of, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be feeling? And now she's going to go do it way more.
And the social component is the thing is like people are sharing amazing success stories with their people that are walking that journey.
Yeah.
With, us trying to help them as well. It's like people want to share that. If you're just doing some miscellaneous drill off of YouTube, that's it. Yeah. I have less, like my knee pain from a 9 to 3. It's like, who gives a fuck? You're not going to keep doing these drills for your knee. Right. You're just going to, it's just another thing.
And then that's exactly it. It's like, I know we're looking at like an end date and a PR date, but like if you can take these things, you're going to be competing for the next 10 years. Yeah. Rather than just, I fucking PR'd once.
Yeah.
I did 2 tournaments and I'm done. Or 2 meets and I'm done.
Yep. And
then we don't want that. Do you know how many people I know too, patient-wise too, that have done a bodybuilding show? And they never fucking do it again.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's the sport of like that weight cut they never want to go through again.
I don't know.
But I still think like you might want to think about it. The physique one with the board shorts.
Oh, so it's not like bodybuilding. It's a physique competition.
I mean, you're not built for the bodybuilding one. I'm sorry.
I'm not thick
You could probably do the physique one though. And you might, because they go by symmetry. And you work on your asymmetry a lot.
I don't know. My left lat's pretty solid.
Well, then we fucking grow it.
Yeah.
And then we tan you up. We'll put you in board shorts, so you don't got to be up there in those little Speedos if you want. I mean, maybe you break the mold.
Especially not after ice bath. Oh, man.
Especially naked ice baths.
Give it a thought. This is like the CFS, it's 2020 election year. We're putting this mindset out there for the people, and think about it. Whatever activity, whatever sport activity you do, it's just like, are you tackling and hitting on all 3 of those categories? The physical health, the mental health, and the social
health? Probably not, because we barely identified that we were missing a third. At least I barely realized.
Like FixFit, we test, retest, go back in things you were successful in.
Right.
Like when you stuck to a 90-day challenge, what were the factors? You know? And it's like, once you have enough proof, like FixFit, oh, you're right, I did get injured, maybe because I don't have a lat or whatever.
Right.
So check it out. Let us know. Let us know how it goes.
Message us. We're always available. We've been on the boards talking to a lot of people, a lot of private messaging going on, emails. Stop, dude. Fucking flexing abs that, is what cheeseburgers and cake shakes do to you?
I can't wait to actually get into a fix. See, the thing is, I've been off of like FixFit stuff, and my knees are starting to hurt too because I'm doing more jiu-jitsu and CrossFit.
No,
but I
had a cake shake.
I need
we just went over
the social of. No, it's not the cake shake. It could be.
No,
but
it definitely is. You're fucking lactose intolerant. You just made a cake shake.
No,
and now I don't know why my knees hurt.
But I need the group, the social element, for me to do another round.
Well, FixFit Jack will be in July, or Jack by July is coming.
But we'll test it out.
Probably like May. 2 months. We'll have May, June.
I'm gonna put it out there. If you're fully invested and you've been listening, I am looking for a couple people to test the protocol before we actually launch it.
Yep. I'm in.
Think about it. If you're listening this far, you're probably a good candidate.
How much do you think I'll weigh May 1st?
What are you, 220 now?
Yeah. The goal is 5 pounds this month.
So it'd be a month and a half? 6 weeks away? May 1st, right?
February, March, April.
Well, 2.5 months. No, because it would just be full all April, all of March, 2.5. I think you could get...
Because the first month was 10 pounds. And I was like, it's not linear.
It depends on how bad you want it.
There's that tournament May 10th.
And you're trying to go sub 200?
I need to be 207.
Oh, yeah, you got
with
that.
With a gi.
The gis are like 2 pounds, dude. That's a baby shit.
I don't want to do that. My thing is, I know I could get there. My thing is, I don't want to fucking wait. No, I don't want to weight cut. I don't want to do.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to do the I don't want to do 4 pounds water weight.
Yeah.
I can. I know I can. But I know it's gonna be terrible, and I don't want to do it.
You'll do it if again.
I want to be like 210 and do like some kind of like 2 pounds water weight, and then just wake up and be like, oh, there I am, and I feel great.
This will definitely wrap it all up. If you want 207, you better make sure you're hitting on all 3 of those pillars.
Of course.
Like, who the fuck are you doing this weight cut with? If you're doing, If you drag someone along with you
Cap,
to do this,
but Cap's a fucking monster, dude. He's just like
but
just walking around
maybe
chiseled.
ask Bob, because Bob is doing jiu-jitsu. He's already shedding a bunch of weight. But
Should
if
I talk
you
to
guys
him?
are training buddies and you're training at
Right.
similar
Next week
weights,
I'll talk to him.
he doesn't have to compete. But then that's the social
He's
accountability.
gonna compete.
He's gonna compete.
He's got to. We got to test the anxiety together on a fucking comp.
Oh gosh.
It's great. Butterflies. Fucking. Dude, I don't know why I missed that, but I hate it. I actually really want to test the Wim Hof with that.
Oh yeah, I've been trying to do that before our little rolls and stuff. So I'm gonna keep working at it. I'll let you know.
But then comp.
Yeah, comp for sure. Way different.
So different. But that's what I'm saying. Cap's with bees. He's already competed like twice. He's like, I just went out there and fucked people up. Went home, had fucking lunch with my kids, and called it a weekend. You know.
That's what you gotta roll with it, man.
Man, I mean, I do tell him. I try to have him hold me accountable, but we're not parallel.
No. You gotta define. That's why it's different
beast.
Yeah, it's just different goals, different.
Bob is my training partner. I've told him.
See, there's your social element.
My little panda bear. All right, we gotta get Bob on next week, hopefully, for episode 50. Thanks for listening. See you next week.